If I die, I vow never to play this game again. Not on camera, not off camera, not even with friends. This is a true permadeath experience. This is absolute zero. This is the story about my life in ARK. My journey began on a deserted island ruled by dinosaurs. I spent my first day looking around my immediate surroundings to gain some sense of familiarity with my new environment. I wanted to locate a suitable place to set up camp, offering shelter during the night. Just off in the distance, I found an excellent spot close to a freshwater pool and a massive rock, which I could use as a home base. When I arrived at the location of what would be my new home, I came across what I thought was a friendly neighborhood pagoma stacks. However, it turned out my home was located in a rough part of town because he robbed me of my delicious tinto berries that I saved up to eat for dinner. Saddened, I scavenged more berries from a nearby bush and prepared to set up camp to show the Pago that I would not be deterred from making the best out of my life on this island. I completed my hut and created a sign outside to indicate that I posed no threat to the other humans that might live here, and I continued to explore the island until dusk. During my adventure, I came across an abandoned home and what looked to be a shrine of some sort. I was definitely not alone here. Not long after, it became dark, so I headed back where I ended my first night at my new home. On the second day, I found myself bored and decided to embark on a mission to tame my first dinosaur. I stumbled upon a female parasaur and trapped it in a bola I had crafted earlier that day. I tried to knock it out with my fists of fury, but I was not strong enough to do so, and it managed to escape, leaving me feeling like a weak fool. Undeterred, I tried again with another parasaur, this time armed with a wooden club. However, she was also tough as nails without milk, because even though I almost broke my wooden club right over her face, she still refused to go down and soon fled just like the previous one. Discouraged, I went back home and waited for the next morning. With renewed determination, I set out again the following day. Having learned from past mistakes, I brought along 2 clubs and 2 bolas, refusing to let this one get away from me. On my third attempt, I was finally able to knock out the parasaur using my trusty wooden club. It then began to rain as I watched over my new baby, making sure that nothing would bring her any harm while she recovered. I got excited when I realized she was about to come to and began to think of what I was going to name her. Ultimately, I decided on the name Parisa. I spent some time with Parisa before giving her some space to settle into her new surroundings. I went inside to rest, feeling accomplished after a long day's work. On the third day, I decided to venture out and explore more of the island. I began my journey in a dense forest near my thatch hut, hoping to discover something new. However, I didn't get far before I spotted a Therizinosaurus in the distance. Fearing for my safety, I quickly retreated back to my hut. As night fell, I sat at my front door gazing up at the stars, feeling unsatisfied with my exploration. Unable to sleep, I ventured to the other side of the beach to see if there was anything worth discovering. Little did I know I was about to encounter something I wasn't prepared for. Turning a corner, I came face to face with a massive Spinosaurus. I shit my pants in fear, knowing that my life is over if he catches me. I froze, hoping not to draw its attention. I waited until it spotted another dinosaur, and then I began to run away. Unfortunately, they both ran in my direction, causing the Spino to notice me and give chase. I tried my best to run, but eventually it flung me across the beach and into my freshwater pool, breaking my leg in the process. In a lot of pain, I looked back at it as I tried my best to crawl away further into the water. Before I knew it, the Spino took one last swipe at me, and all I could notice was the crisp, cold water surrounding me, and a glimmer of green light before I faded away into darkness. I was defeated by my own hasty curiosity of the new world around me. As promised, I will never play this game ever again.
Hello, cat hair. Hello? Yeah, that was a pretty short one, really, you know? It's ARK. I don't really know what to say. I mean, if I played it with other people, it would have lasted longer, but since I was by myself, I really wasn't gonna last too long anyway, so I'm not, like, too stressed out about losing this one. There's plenty of other games I can get into. But, you know, it is what it is. I do want to say real quick, I'm pretty sure I know what happened, but if you happen to go to the server that I'm on and go to the location where I died, if you happen to find Parissa, could you give her a new home? If she's alive, which I don't know, probably not, but if she is, and then if you see a, you know, if you see a Stegosaurus anywhere where I died, you know, if you wanna, you know, that'd be cool. Avenge me. And if my house is still there, which I don't know if it is, feel free to move into it. I don't know. Anyway, without further ado, ARK. It was fun while it lasted. See you in the next one. I don't really know how to end these right now. Choco says goodbye.